We've been showing you these pictures this morning as they've come into us from Toronto's Trinity Bellwoods Park, the park where last weekend thousands of people converged, not in physical distancing rules or within the guidelines. And so the city trying this out, painting these physical distancing circles to tell people what's a safe distance. And look who's in one of them for us this morning. X marks the spot, except it's an O that marks the spot for Linda Ward this morning. Great to see you, Linda. And show us around.
You too, Heather. Yeah, so these are the new social distancing circles. They've started laying these down this morning, painting them on the grass. They're still at it right now. There's going to be 300 to 400 of these here within Trinity Bellwoods Park. Now, there is a reason for this. There were thousands of people on the grass here on Saturday. It created a lot of sort of shock and awe. Residents of the area were very upset. And of course, the social distancing, physical distancing, not happening at all. People sort of started arriving, setting up picnics, and next thing, this whole park was full. The city had to do something, so they've decided to paint 300 to 400 of these. Now, there's circle protocol that you need to know about here. These circles 8 feet in diameter, and they are about 10 feet apart from each other. They say that is big enough to allow 2 people to lie down on blankets inside of these circles or to sit cross-legged. That's sort of what you're allowed to do within the circles. You can't kind of spill over the circles. You must stay within your circle. Now, the city just did a press conference here in the park moments ago, and here's what they said about why they wanted to put these circles down here today.
We understand that particularly in the downtown core, where there are a lot of high density people living in condominiums where they may not have green space and be able to get out and enjoy a park, that's why we have these parks. We want people to use them, but remember that COVID-19 is still very much active in Toronto, and we all need to do our part to help reduce the spread of COVID-19.
And they're still at it right now, Heather. You can see that tractor over there painting. You're using water-soluble, environmentally friendly paint. They say this is durable. One thing I should also mention is you can't come down here and hang out in the circle with me. It has to be people who live within the same household. So only people from within your household can be in your circle, Heather.
Okay, so it's not just a free-for-all, come on down and gather. There are restrictions, but it's still better than nothing. And they're trying this out. I have so many questions. When you say it's durable, it makes me wonder, it's supposed to rain today. I wonder if the paint will last, and what happens when they cut the grass and all of these things. And how will they enforce this, Linda?
Yeah, the enforcement issue is going to be a bit more difficult. They have bylaw officers. There were some police in the park as well this morning. But the bylaw enforcement officers are really just going to come here and educate people, telling them, that this is the protocol around the circles like we spoke about, and ask them if there's not a circle available to move on. So that is going to be the enforcement measures. They are looking at other cities as well. San Francisco and Brooklyn, when they did this, they did see some success. So they are expecting people to obey the rules, but they're hoping not to have to go to any fines or anything like that if people aren't going to be obeying the rules. Heather, this is really just sort of a guideline, if you will, no pun intended, for how people should be behaving when they go to parks this summer.
Well, I have to say, I was rather surprised. I don't know if I should have been or not, but it was the bad scene on Saturday, and already it's only Thursday, and here they are. They've already got this in place to come up with a solution relatively quickly, it seemed to me, Linda, to try to deal with this, knowing that we're going to be outside more and more as the warmer weather comes around.
Yeah, very quick action as well, and they're going to start opening washrooms here as well, which was another problem with the crowds. Mm-hmm. So they are listening to some of the criticisms that they've heard about how this went down, and they are taking some action here to try and stop it from happening again.
All right, well, you'll have to talk to people once they arrive there and try it out, and then we'll find out more when you come back and talk to us later on. Thanks so much for this, Linda. I appreciate it.